everyone, welcome to Studio Sites. My name is Surinder Chaudhary. In today's video lecture, I have brought to you a workshop on a particular type of question that appears in IELTS Writing Academic Task 1. In this question, they mostly give you a map or a set of maps where you will witness different kinds of developments throughout a passage of time. And you will have to make a good summary, a good report on those developments, those alterations that take place during that period. Before moving to the workshop, we are going to have a look on the entire question that appears in examination. It looks like this. In this picture, you will see two different pictures of same place, but with two different years or two different set of time frames, as well as some alterations in this particular picture from the previous one. What do we have to do? First of all, we will have a good look on the question itself, what the prompt asks us. See, it says the maps below show changes in the city of Nelson in recent times. Well, those recent times are one picture represents this particular town, Nelson, in 2000, and the second picture shows it in current period of time. So how did it look in 2000 and how does it look in current period of time? There are a number of changes. On surface, you can clearly see that in beginning there is nothing, but then after in modern time there is a certain building which is known as Hall of Residence, and similarly initially there were some trees, but now we see a shopping center here. With this pattern, we can clearly see that the maps actually show some alterations, some modernizations, some changes that take place throughout the passage of time, and we are supposed to make a report on that. Okay, just like other task one questions, whether it is process chart or it is a table chart, even this one should be divided into 4 paragraphs. This is my personal suggestions to all, that we should divide it in 4 different paragraphs. First paragraph should be your introduction, second paragraph should be your overview, third paragraph and fourth paragraph should be your body paragraph 1 and body paragraph 2 respectively, because in those you are going to elaborate each and every aspect of it. So we will start the workshop with introduction itself. How do we introduce it? Okay, so in introduction, the first thing or the most important thing is to paraphrase the information given in the prompt. How do we do that? Have a look. It says the pair of maps illustrate the primary transformations occurring in Nelson town from 2000 to the present day. So this is the paraphrasing of our question that has been mentioned at the top, and here we have changed the entire wording, but we mean the same thing. We don't change the meaning of the sentence, we just mean the same thing by paraphrasing the information by using synonyms or different sentence structures in this part. For example, here it said the maps below show changes. Here we said the pair of maps illustrate the primary transformations. Obviously, these are different words but representing same meanings. And every time you see such kind of question, this should be your approach to paraphrase those questions. Some addition you can definitely make to your introduction like this. It highlights the key alterations in the given time. You know what the map is or what the image is actually about. It's about the alterations that happened during a certain span of time. So this is an addition to the introduction which will make it a little impressive. Okay, so second part as always is overview, because overview is the abstract of your report and your abstract should cover all the main features. It should highlight the main changes in the maps during the given time period. How would we explain that? Let's have a look. Okay, so looking from an overall perspective, it is evident that Nelson has undergone significant modernization. Obviously, all those changes are representing the modern lifestyle. So we will say in this method that it faced or it witnessed different kind of modernization changes, right? Characterized by, now what kind of changes are those? Characterized by a considerable expansion in both shopping and transportation amenities. So you can clearly see that a number of things has been expanded, whether it is related to shopping or it is related to transportation amenities or even lifestyle amenities as well. So obviously overview is very small, so you don't have to include each and everything, but the major changes must be included in your overview in a very concise way. It should be totally precise, that it should cover maximum information in a limited number of words. So this is your overview. Moving ahead, now we will move to the part where we are going to talk about all those changes one by one in a good sequence, and by saying that how do you compare it, right? In comparison to previous times, what kind of changes have taken place. So we will go one by one in this. Firstly, we will start with body paragraph 1, and in body paragraph 1, the first change that we are going to highlight is, firstly, there was no student housing in 2000, but a hall of residence has been constructed near the university. You can see the extreme corner, right? Earlier in 2000, there was nothing. It was an empty space. But if we talk about today, if we talk about modern time, you can see that there is a hall of residence which has been constructed newly. This we have to mention here, that this is a significant change that we can clearly see. Okay, well, additionally, what is another change? A notable development is the establishment of a new trans line connecting the university to the city center. Now, you can also see that earlier there was no connectivity of city center with the university, but in the modern time, there is a trans line that has been established between the university as well as the city center. So these are connected, and we have to mention that change here. Okay, furthermore, the old market in the western part of the city has been replaced by new shop. Well, there was an old market earlier, right? But it has been replaced by new shop. You can see that this is obviously the western part. Well, directions are really important in map, because if you mention those directions, it becomes easy for the examiner to understand your understanding of the question. If you mention those directions correctly by stating that which area are you talking about, it actually showcases your depth analysis of entire image, and that deep analysis should be mentioned here with the right words. So if we talk about the western part of the city, earlier there was an old market, you can see here, in 2000, but now it has been replaced by new shop, right, which we have mentioned in our description as well. Okay, then lastly in body paragraph 1, not lastly in the image, body paragraph 1, the port area had a road in 2000 which is converted into a pedestrian path. Now this is the port area, and near the port area there was a road, right? But now it has been converted into a path which is meant for pedestrians only. So this is another change that we have witnessed in the entire map, and we are supposed to mention that here in our description. All right, moving ahead, in body paragraph 2, we are going to talk about some more changes that took place in the map. It says, moreover, the establishment of various entertainment venues, including restaurants, bars, and clubs, have taken place. So, some more changes can be seen in the map, like this. There is a restaurant here, and there is a bar and club here, bars and clubs to be precise. Earlier, this area was also vacant, but now something has been added here in the name of some entertainment venues, right, where people go to restaurants or bars and the clubs. So these are another additions which we have to talk about in our answer. Okay, so further, conversely, the previously green area in the northeast. Now, what is northeast? This is north, this is east. So the corner will be the northeast corner. In previous times, in this northeast corner, you can see a number of green trees, right, which has been replaced by a new shopping center in modern time. And the same thing has been mentioned here very clearly. It says the previously green area where the trees were there in the northeast, abundant with trees, has been cleared for the construction of a new shopping complex. These trees have been cleared and a new shopping center has been added here. Okay, lastly, there is an addition to the city center in form of implementation of a bike rental program. Earlier, there was nothing specific in the city center. The area was there, but there was nothing specific here. But now, if we talk about the second image, we can clearly see that in this city center, there is an addition of bike rental scheme, which is another part of modernization of the Nelson town. All right, so this is all about this entire description of the changes that took place in these maps from 2000 to modern times. And before we conclude this workshop, this is the final version of our answer that we take out from our entire workshop. I would request you to take a screenshot so that whenever you are attempting a map for your practice or your final examination, it will be a good reference point for you to take some points from or to take some ideas from. So that's all from this workshop, and I really hope that it was very much valuable for you. It will help you to write your answers for map questions. And if you want to know more about IELTS or visa, our contact details are available on the screen. So that's all from today's lecture. Thank you.